in that north stand, looking to see if Bradford can just go a little bit further than they did last week against Featherstone. The referee this afternoon, Mr. Moore, will try and bring some silence for a few seconds. Halifax are in third. Bradford have a game in hand. Halifax on 20 points, Bradford on 18. And if we're going by percentage, Halifax 71.43% win ratio to Bradford 69.23. Halifax have a massive points advantage with 199 plus 199, Bradford plus 39. Halifax conceding 199 points in league football, Bradford conceding 315. So without a host of what would be first team players, Bradford start the game with the ball for the first set of 6, and Steve Crossley drives him forward. Some big old forwards in this Bradford side, and Halifax need to be wary of the threat from dummy half posed by Thomas Doyle there, and Bradford already in the Halifax half on the third tackle. Here they come again with Anthony Walker barging his way forward. Referee calling the Halifax players back on side. Lilly gets hit, gets the kick away though. Woodburn all comes up for it and manages to pull it back in after failing to secure it first time. Zach McComb. To Saltonstall. Halifax looking to go the same sort of distance that Bradford did with their first set. Well, Brandon Moore has to go. Crossley hasn't got back. He has support from Woodburn Hall. Woodburn Hall towards the line. In the first set of 6, and Halifax have gone the full length of the field. Brandon Moore taking full advantage there of Steve Crossley, being slow to retreat into the line. I think both the props, Crossley and Walker, created that opportunity for Brandon Moore, and Brandon Moore took full advantage, and neither Bradford prop, knowing they could put a hand on Moore with him being offside, and he scooted away. And Woodburn Hall with the momentum, even though the Bradford defence was dragging him down, to go over under the post. The first set of 6, and a dream start for Halifax. And Bradford thought they'd had a good start by getting to the other end of the field with Lilly's kick putting Woodburn Hall under pressure. Well, Woodburn Hall turns up at the other end of the field to support Brandon Moore go down under the post. And Liam Harris will kick the ball into a very quiet Bradford Bulls crowd.
Successful conversion, number 6, sponsored by Basketball Tomorrow, Liam Harris.
Well, if Halifax were looking for a weakness in this Bradford side, they found it in the opening minutes. Brandon Moore catching both props, retreating slowly. Daniel Murray will drive it forward. Chases up to meet him 15 metres out from the Halifax line. Zach McComb coming inside. 20-metre line. Brandon Moore to Fairbank to Tangata. Back our side. Former Bradford Bulls player gets up to the 40. And Ross Oakes takes longer than the Halifax supporters like to get up after the tackle. Fairbanks still driving forward, and again Walker gets back. This time it's the last tackle. Harris gets his kick away despite the kick by Hallis, and underneath is Brandon Pickersgill, the fullback. 5 tries this season for Pickersgill. A fair turn of pace on him, but Halifax up, making the tackles quick. Strong run from Aaron Murphy. There's Reece Hamlet coming in off the wing. Neither it's Bradley England. Throw the Bulls back again. Getting close, Walker tackled. Last one, Lilly stood away to the left hand side. Passed a late fitness test, was doubtful in the week. This one to test Salt and Salt. Hoggin Johnson gets there, flipped over the back, and the ball is still kept alive by Bradford. Not anymore though. Daniel Murray suffocating Hallis in the tackle. Well, what's the referee? The touch to John for? Just making sure that the ball's turned over by Hallis. Don't want to give it to Halifax. But, play will be stopped as Brandon Moore receiving attention on the Halifax try line. And in the event of the restart, Ed Barber it will be. It plays it on the Halifax 10-metre line. Brandon Moore back to his feet in front of the mass ranks of Halifax fans in the south stand. Salt and Stall again used to try and run the ball out. Halifax making metres, trying to get up and get the quick play of the ball from Worthington, but Bradford don't want to see Halifax with another quick play of the ball after what happened for Halifax's first try. Ed Barber is caught by 3. Crossley seemed to hang on to Barber a bit long there as Murray drives the ball forward over halfway. It's the last tackle. Brandon Moore back to Liam Harris, not as much pressure on him this time, gets his kick away, and that looks like it could have been a problem, but Joe Brown doing well to take the ball. Halifax are offside. Penalty to the Bulls. Halifax a bit smarter there, would have been okay, because Bradford players were still retreating after that kick and there weren't too many in position to run it out, so the piggyback penalty to halfway for the Bradford Bulls. Williams inside to Brown, Brown back to Williams. Started his career as Warrington, a real flyer on the wing in the centre. That one looked to go forward. Walker had to reach out to pull it back in, but the referee allows play on Lilly. Gets the pass away. Pickers go out wide to fucking Johnson. That one's forward. Well, the first one was. The second one was seen by the referee. Never what? On now. So Halifax will get the ball back, but they need to be wary of what Bradford have in attack. McComb gets up and plays it. Well, Crossley's doing a lot of tackling, and so is Walker, so maybe Halifax can wear out these big Bradford props early on. Harris brings Garside on the inside, who gets to within 2 metres of halfway. Harris to Murray. Fairbank takes it up into Crossley again. Tangata was also looked to be aiming at Crossley, then he's probably glad that he'd a couple of men in front of him. Harris under pressure gets his kick away. Another swirling ball for Pickersgill to take, but Halifax are there to hammer him as soon as he comes back down onto terra firma. Fogging Johnson bounces off one, cops a high one. Well, it wasn't a malicious play by Garside, who's just going to the tackle, and the way that Fogging Johnson fell into it, Garside really had no other option but to catch him around the neck. So Bradford back in Halifax half on a third penalty from the referee. Burns moved up to make a full line of defence from the Halifax side. England tries to find a weakness on Halifax's left hand side defence. Burton showing the ball, then giving it to Walker. Well, the referee waited a long time then. They give the referee after there was an appeal from 4 or 5 Bradford Bulls players. So 4 penalties. Walker carries it forward, charges it into the Halifax defence. Lille gets the pass away to Aaron Murphy. Murphy tackled by Ed Barber. Bradford putting the pressure on, looking for the first points, and Walker tries another drive to the Halifax line. Lille, pass out wide. Pickersgill with the speed to get through the defence. Halifax failing to move up and counter-attack the pressure that was being put on by Bradford. They move the ball quickly through the hands, and this time it's Halifax fans that are silenced as Bradford get the first points. Kicked 4 goals this season, and at the moment he won't be kicking any today. He's kicked 4 drop goals. Danny Brough, obviously the first choice kicker for the Bulls. For Halifax, unfortunately the goal line defence failed as well, which meant Bradford were able to get the first points. Sam Hollis, I think it was the Bulls player to attempt the kick, but it stays Halifax 6, Bradford Bulls 4. Liam Harris has put plenty on that one, drops in the in-goal area. Crossley meets Fairbank, Stockstays, finished off by Murray. Back inside to Walker. Walker put down on the 20-metre line. Looking for runners. Brad England gets to the 30-metre line. 30 metres made in 3 tackles for the Bulls. Edging towards that halfway, Lily gets it away. Looking out wide, just over halfway, it's the last tackle. Halifax haven't had a penalty yet. Well, they're claiming there was a late hit there from Adam Tangata. Bradford Bulls bench all went up in unison then, including coach John Keir. Zach McComb will take it forward, gets it to the 30-metre line. With hesitation from Woodburn all on the kick there, but Bounce took it out of play over the dead ball line. Ed Barber to halfway, Lily hanging on round the ankles. The reinforcements get there. Tangata running against Jordan Lily.
If you want to drink, please keep hold of your plastic cups.
Dan Bennett steps away from the attempt by Hallison, shot out of the line. Back to Harris for the kick over the top. And Harris is going to take his own kick, gets it to Saltonstall, who's kicked it on. Must be a try. But the referee has given another penalty because he said Halifax were offside. I'm not sure how you can be offside collecting your own kick over the top.
We cannot serve beer in cans, glasses only.
Well, Walker's lasted about 18 minutes and he's been replaced. And that looked all on another Halifax try. It spotted an offside. It seems, what does I say, Harris made the kick, collected it himself. Lily gets it to Hallis. Hallis drives up to halfway. Murray joins in as the extra defender after Garside and Barber. Lily running at the line, lost the ball. Chances here, Woodburn all's off again, is it? Oh, it's Ben Kavanagh. Woodburn all then, Tangata. Back to Griggs. Griggs, Fairbank, 2-on-1, Worthington in, and going behind the post as close as he can. Well, a mistake with a loose pass from Lily, picked up by Ben Kavanagh, who was involved again after Griggs turned the ball back inside to him. Halifax moving it out wide, and Greg Worthington unopposed with a big overlap. And another man in support, Zach McComb I think it was, but didn't need him. Looking for an improvement from Liam Harris. Well, they certainly easier kick than Bradford had. Well, maybe not an easier kick. He's holding his head in his hands. Can't believe he's missed that one from so close. Well, Halifax have the 6-point lead back.
Shay Stadium is an inside venue.
That could have been a crucial kick come the end of this game. It was a crucial kick.
Substitution.
To give Halifax an 8-point lead.
18, number 18, Ewan Skur, on for number 23, Anthony Walker.
That's a good run by McComb. Still going forward is McCool. That's a tremendous run. Pressure relieving yards and 6 more tackles with Sam Hallis messing about the play of the ball. Halifax 8 metres from halfway, plenty of tackles in the bag. Nearly didn't have then though, that ball dipping away from Jacob Fairbank, managed to reach down and collect it. Dan Murray's in the mood, he's in again running the ball, taking it over halfway. Griggs trying to set something up for the backs on this near side. And Matt Garside crashes into the Bradford defence, 25 metres out. Brandon Moore, good ball out wide to Griggs, and Griggs gets away from Evans. Woodburn Hall trying to step away from Rees Hamlet, and Griggs a little kick on that one. Bouncing temptingly in front of Joe Burton, but he manages to pick it up. It's a good place for Halifax to end the set of 6. Reese Evans gets the ball back over the 24 Bradford. Joe Burton in off the wing. Bradford appealing but not winning the decision this time. Well, there's a big gap up the middle. And Brad England almost taking full advantage there. Last tackle. Lilly getting backspin on the ball. Solversall takes it well though. Chased down by Aaron Murphy. Woodburn Hall. And Simon Griggs calling for the ball. It looks like Darren Murray might have a problem, but he's carrying on. Solversall almost saw a gap there through the Bulls defence. Just couldn't make his way through it. McComb's off again. Bradford not giving him the room this time. Adam Tangata will be replaced by Kevin Laroya, and I'm guessing it won't be long till Lee gets his first touch of the ball. Harris down towards Foggy Johnson. Foggy Johnson brings it back, but the defence waits for him on the 20-metre line as Halifax with the 6-point lead to maintain it midway through the first half. The clock showing 19.5 minutes left in this first stanza. Bradford get to the 40 and Jordan Lilly moves to acting half and is screaming for players to come and run onto the ball. And Brad England almost away there. Well, it's proving a handful is England. Lilly's hoping his kick will prove a handful for Salton, but he's safe underneath it again and sets off back to the Bulls defence. Elliot Morris comes on to replace Dan Murray. The medic was on and suggesting Dan Murray needed some treatment, but he's come off for some. Well, I say it looks to be okay. Here comes Kevin Laroya, another man who played for the Bulls in 2017. Zach McComb takes it over halfway. Fairbank gets it to Morrison. Well, there had to be alert there, and it was Aaron Murphy who was alert to it, and Foggy Johnson lets the ball go out of play. There'll be another breaking play, will there, Halifax? Member of the medical staff on, but not particularly tending to anybody.
Bradford substitution. Jordan Baldwinson on for number 10, Stephen Crossley.
Jordan Baldwinson, who's player number 41 for the Bradford Bulls this season. Signed on a week's loan from York. Also had a spell at Halifax. Pickersgill gets out wide. Solonstall's got the interception. Nobody's going to catch him. Evans is coming across, but Solonstall will go and tuck down in the corner. Well, they tried the quick play, did the Bulls. Lily's pass again let him down. Not as hard and direct as he would have liked, and James Solonstall takes the ball just inside halfway and races 50 metres to extend the Halifax lead to 14 points to 4. And Liam Harris taking his time. He's a right-footed kicker. He's on the right-hand side of the field. Well, be forgiven for missing the earlier attempt after Worthington's try, because Halifax have stretched the lead to 10, which puts them 2 scores in front. Harris from the touchline. Will he find it this time? Well, he's missed again. Difficult kick from the touchline. Breathtaking stuff at the Shay for Halifax. 14 points to 4. That's a swirling kick taken by Harris. Harris to Ed Barber, and Barber's closed down quickly without the option trying to get the pass away, and he's brushing away the 2 Bradford defenders after the tackle was made. Leroyer takes it up into Reese Evans. Tackle on the 40-metre line. Bradford creeping forward a little there at the play of the ball. Fairbank almost up to halfway. Brandon Moore. Scott Griggs gets it to Ben Kavanagh. The last tackle. This time they look for Griggs kicking into the corner. Something they was out practicing before the warm-up session. This one failing, going straight out on the full. So Bradford back to midway between the 30 and 40. Not lost too many yards out of it, haven't Halifax, but don't want to lose any more than they have to. And a problem for Brad England, holding the back of the neck. Well, John Keir had high hopes for his Bradford side of the Shay this afternoon, but a poor pass and a misdirected pass have assisted Halifax in getting 2 of their tries and helping them to a 14 points to 4 lead. Bradford will stay competitive till the end, of course, and so will Halifax. Play restarts. Baldwinson. Well, put down to get some purchase, and then the ball has lost and gone to ground, so surely that's going to be a knock-on. It wasn't Baldwin, it was Murphy. Baldwinson without a number on his back, I think, at the moment. I think he should be probably number 41 for John Keir this season. Players moving in and out of Bradford as Elliot Morris runs onto the short ball from Brandon Moore. Fairbank will drive it forward into the Bradford defence. Brandon Moore to Scott Griggs. Scott Griggs trying to put Morris through the gap again. Morris looked to fall awkwardly then, but he's got up a bit groggy, but he's played the ball. Well, how are they going to play that one? Woodburn Hall seem to be taken out. They'll go back for a penalty. Maybe Halifax. Well, why would they go for goal? They've got Bradford on the rails a bit. Hallis complaining to the referee. Well, there was no doubt there. Bradford knew what was happening with Woodburn Hall from Harris's kick. And they targeted Woodburn Hall, two men with the shoulder, put him down. So given Halifax another opportunity. Can they turn it into more points? Elliot Morris takes him to within 5 metres of the line. Moore to Griggs. Will he go on his own? He's got the ball out the back. Woodburn Hall holds his hands up, trying to get McComb into the corner there. And it probably would have worked if the pass had been a bit better directed from James Woodburn Hall. Halifax sparing a real opportunity. They had the pressure on and had Bradford on the back foot, but couldn't turn it into points, and now they have to defend as Bradford bring it away. 14 points to 4 down. Just under 11 minutes to go in the first half. Here comes England. Next one plays it. Baldwinson. Strong runner, but not reaching halfway. Now they will. Lille gets it away again, and Jordan Lille has not brought his A game this afternoon. Another forward pass. Turns the advantage back to Halifax as Jacob Fairbank comes off for a well-earned rest. He's replaced by Curtis Davis.
Halifax substitution, sponsored by Chadwick Lawrence. Number 20, Curtis Davies, on for number 13, Jacob Fairbank.
Both Davies is on the bench this afternoon. One with headgear, thankfully, so that should help recognition if they both get on at the same time. Elliot Morris will look groggy when he got to his feet a couple of tackles ago. Halifax supporters in good voice, seeing their side building up a 10-point advantage. And such is the pressure that Halifax are putting on, it's forcing Jordan Lille into more urgent decisions, some of which have been favourable for Halifax, and we're up to the halfway with Kevin Leroy, Griggs, Harris running the angles, Barber running on onto the pass, taking it over the 40-metre line. A penalty coming for Halifax there. Bradford trying to pull the ball out. Well, it all helps. Harris will put the ball into touch, and Halifax will hopefully be a bit more shrewd than they were when they put the ball out of play on the last set of 6. Show a bit more composure. Morris finally dragged down. Davies goes from his own from acting half. Gets to within 4 metres, quick play the ball. Harris out to Morris. Morris to Griggs, and Griggs manages to get it back, and Woodburn all running across the defence and then straightening up. Well, it was scrappy play again from Halifax, but they managed to rescue the situation somehow. Leroy driving forward towards the Bulls line. Halifax back to within 3 metres, but Halifax made the error again in a promising position. And turnover possession. 8.5 minutes left of the first half. It'll stay at 14 points to 4. To defend again, but Fogging Johnson not going to make any ground against Ed Barber. Ross Oakes takes the ball up. Halifax standing firm. It's a good strong charge from Hallis. Aaron Murphy gets over halfway by 5 metres, but it's the last tackle. Back to Lilly again, who's got that backspin on the ball off the kick. No problem for McComb though. Takes the option of the dangerous pass to Woodburn all in his own 20. Well, maybe Woodburn all call for that one, I'm not sure. But here comes McComb again. To Saltonstall, and Saltonstall making meters backwards with 3 defenders hanging on. Such is Halifax's determination this afternoon. Worthington doing the same, 3 defenders round him, still making meters. Leroy gets the ball away, it's not the best one. Liam Harris has got away from 2. Gets the ball to Griggs, who unfortunately was marked by 2 retreating Bradford defenders. Last tackle back to Liam Harris. He too gets backspin on the ball. Pressure on Fogging Johnson as he comes down from the air with the ball. Saltonstall and Barber waiting for him. Brandon Pickersgill. Gets the ball away. Joe Burton wandering over from the other side of the field, the right winger. Back in the middle now with the forwards. Baldwinson trying to make some meters, but Halifax standing firm in defence, and Walker back on in the first half. Lilly put under pressure, manages to get his kick away. Saltonstall says, I'll have this one.
Bradford substitution. Number 23, Anthony Walker, on for number 18, Ebon Skirt.
Ebon Skirt, who's, well, I don't know if he's struggling or not, but Walker's gone back on for his second stint. And Elliot Morris, another Halifax player that's managing to make yards with Bradford defenders around him. Just ticking down to the 5-minute mark, 14 points to 4. Davies goes again. from dummy half. Last tackle calls from this side of the field. Griggs opted to run it, and it's not the best pass, neither is that one. Woodburn Hall is going to be caught with it. Oh, Halifax is not playing too smart at the moment, trying to rush the pass. Who's the last tackle, tried to keep it alive. Bradford. Well, Davies is into Walker, 6 more tackles. England wrestling with Morris. Morris has stolen the ball. Well, referee called out, so we're going back to continue this particular sequence of 6. Walker. Well, the rest has obviously done Walker good as he drives the ball over halfway. Alice. And a drive upwards into the defence as he goes forward. Jordan Lilly gets into Pickersgill out, and Foggy Johnson trying to swerve his way round Saltonstall. Bradford threatening just before half time. Lilly to Walker from a standing start, shouldn't get any real advantage from there. Halifax on their own line, 3 minutes to go, 14 points to 4 in the lead. Lilly gets it to England, and England brought down. One more tackle for Halifax to hold out. Lilly gets it to Pickersgill, and Pickersgill caught by Harris, still playing. They're going to get 6 more tackles. Saltonstall hand touching the ball. Nervous time, Fogging Johnson. Baldwinson takes the ball from Lilly. He's tackled 8 metres out. Still plenty of time and plenty of tackles. Good tackle from Ed Barber on Aaron Murphy. 8th of the season in Super League with Huddersfield for Murphy. Not enough to get past Barber. Walker tries to have another run at the defence. Halifax, will they get? Halifax have been caught from play the ball by Thomas Doyle. Well, Bradford have been trying to swing the passes around the attacking line up and down, but Halifax holding off there, allowing Thomas Doyle in for the try. Bradford had to have back-to-back sets. Referee wiping the tackle count down when Saltonstall's hand touched the ball. Alice will line up a much simpler attempt than his previous one. Two tries. No conversions. Is Alice going to change that with his kick? He should do. Close enough to the post. It's converted it. Bulls went to double figures. Halifax still lead by 14 points to 10. But just the tonic that the Bulls needed. 45 seconds from half time. Harris restarts, gets the high lofted kicking, doesn't quite go as far as his previous ones. Fogging Johnson. Well, it's everybody joining in now, the players, the coaching staff and the supporters appealing for penalties. Referee says get on with it, and looking at probably the last play of the ball of the first half. Walker. Well, surely he's not going to go through the defence and go the full length. Walker brought down as the hooter sounds. Well, Halifax leading 14 points to 10. Could have been more had they had a bit more composure. 3 times they've given the ball away in the Bulls' red zone in 15 minutes at the end of the first half. The Woodburn all began the scoring for Halifax after he backed up Brandon Moore on a superb break from dummy half. Harris converted to make it 6-0, and Pickersgill, after some good movement of ball across the attacking line, went over for Bradford to make it 6-4. Then Worthington couldn't believe how much room he had to go over the line. A failed kick from Harris. Saltonstall then intercepted off a Lilly pass just inside halfway and raced down the touchline. Unopposed to make it 14-4. And a try from Doyle, scurrying over from acting half. Halifax perhaps expecting the ball to go along the line. Doyle taking advantage, Hallis kicking. And after a pulsating first half in certainly one of the biggest, if not the biggest crowds at the Shay this season, it's so tight for the second half to come. Halifax 14, Bradford Bulls 10. Well, not quite as loud as the noise that greeted the players at the start of this game. Must be saving the voices, the supporters, for cheering the team on in the second half. Well, a win today for Halifax would move them 4 points ahead of the Bradford Bulls. Where Newcastle set. And Leroy takes the ball back to the 20-metre line and then gets driven back by Williams and England. There's that McComb. No, Ben Kavanagh, sorry. Ben Kavanagh taking up to the defence. Davis doing the same. Both Davis brothers on the field and Brandon Moore, so 3 hookers on the field for Halifax. One Davis to another one, Leroy. Penalty coming on what looked like a bit of a high tackle there. Griggs gets his kick away. Pickersgill finds the ball running straight into his, or carrying straight into his arms. Not too much to do there for Pickersgill. Foggy Johnson started running the angle before he got to the line then, but was caught anyway. Joe Burton will drive it up to the 40-metre line. In the second half, ball teams playing towards the respective fans. England got 2 metres short of halfway. Ball goes to Sam Hallis. Barber gave himself up then, looked like the referee hadn't really spotted it. Well, the Bulls will get another penalty. 14-10, Halifax lead. And they don't want to get down to a drop goal option with Jordan Lilly playing. Written himself into Bradford drop goal folklore history as Jordan Lilly, for the number of times he saved Bradford with a 1-pointer. Already did it earlier in the season against Halifax. To Bradford in the Challenge Cup a couple of years ago, and now Bradford have opened up the scoring with found the voice then, did the Bradford Bulls supporters. Walker slipped the pass away and England went over. And he's left a kick for Alice, which is 10 metres to the right hand side of the upright. Bradford to take the lead for the first time in this game. And whatever John Keir said at half time has had the desired effect early on. Of course, John Keir's coaching history makes him the original Mr. Motivator. Converts. And as Halifax did with their first set of six in the first half, Bradford have done the same and scored with the try from England, which makes it Halifax 14, Bradford Bulls 16. Takes the kick here from Baldwinson, and that is a tremendous tackle by Curtis Davies. Baldwinson, a much bigger man, but Davies showing no fear there as he went in and brought him down. Walker tackled. Connor Davies that time, and in again. Connor Davies with Matt Garside. Lily gets the ball away, looking for options. Pickershill threatening to open up the Halifax right hand defence, taking the ball up to the defensive line himself. Lily gets the backspin on the ball again. Woodburn all waits underneath it, sets off across the Bulls defence, then straightens up and takes it over the 20-metre line. Attack with Coombe. Well, without proving his handful again. Davies gets the ball away. Halifax have got a penalty. The penalty count in Bradford's favour. Bradford have a man leaving the field with the help of the medical staff. Adam Rooks will come on. Former Hull KR player who began his career at the City of Hull Academy, now defunct. Referee not happy with a number of extras on the field with the water carriers and the medical staff. Obviously taking the messages on. Griggs to Connor Davies, on to Leroya. Curtis Davies moves into acting out, gives it to his brother. Doing well to drive the ball up to within 10 metres of the Bulls line. Halifax looking for an instant reply. Garside nowhere to go, no support. Manages to get the ball away. It's a loose pass which bounces up for Davies. And Curtis Davies tries to make metres for Halifax, tries to get towards that Bulls line. Halifax composure let them down 3 times in the first half in the Bulls red zone. Davies to Griggs. Griggs a good ball with Woodburn all charging onto it. Davies, well, not really the option there for Curtis Davies, too far away to try and drive his way over underneath the Bulls defence, but they finished up 2 metres away from the Bradford Bulls line. Adam legs for the Bradford Bulls. Gets to the 10-metre line. Halifax looking to work hard in defence. Burton tackle. Lilly across the field, throws the dummy and goes for the gap, but quickly closed by Leroy. And Curtis Davies, Connor Davies in with a tackle. Lilly will go for the 40-20, and Zach McCool will get back for it. McCool threatens the pass to Woodburn Hall and then sets off and gets over the 40-metre line. Halifax need quick play of the ball. There's still players coming back into the attacking line for Halifax. They're all back now as Sol will play the ball just inside halfway. Liam Harris trying to take advantage and gaining it from the offside, so there'll be 6 more tackles. Leroy. Well, that's a nasty trailing out from Hallis, ignored by the referee. Curtis Davies takes Halifax back into the Bulls red zone. Run from dummy half. Brandon Moore out to Harris. Harris to Woodburn Hall. Out to Saltonstall. And that one's squirming through the hands of Saltonstall, who could have had the line at his mercy then. Need a little bit of luck at Halifax. They're not getting much of that at the moment with the passes going astray. Crossley back on for Bradford. Aaron Murphy. Another good tackle. It's one of the Davies twins again. Hallis threw himself on the floor and got 6 more tackles from it, and looks like he's got a huge smile on his face after that decision.
Bradford substitution.
Crossley over the 40-metre line.
On for number 9, Thomas Doyle.
Lilly gets the pass away. Halifax managed to well, that was a punch thrown on the way down. Barber struggling to get up, and Sam Hallis. Well, I think it was Hallis. No, it's George Flanagan trying to fool the referee. Well, he threw a punch at Ed Barber, there was no doubt, but he got away with that. The defence on his own. Leroy took one as well there, it looked like, from Hallis. Leroy will wind up and charge at the Bulls defence, but Halifax still 12 metres away from the line. Can they find a way through? Harris to Griggs. Griggs keeps it to himself, trying to shrug off the defenders. Goes down 10 metres out, it's the last tackle. Signal by the referee. Brandon Moore takes it from Connor Davies. Leroy out to Barber, but Barber put down by the Bulls defence. Halifax finishing in a good position to hand the ball over, but not finishing with the result they really wanted, which is another 4-pointer and the lead back in favour of the men in blue and white. Interesting to see if Bradford can milk another penalty out of or another 6 tackles. Well, the arms in the air again from one or two of Bradford players trying to sway the referee to look. Crossley driving through. Halifax bring him down on the 40. Quick play the ball. Halifax get it, and Curtis Davies quick to try and counteract. Jordan Lilly brings him down. There's plenty of room on this side of the field if Halifax can ship the ball out wide. Worthington.
Come on, Jeff!
Burton brings him down. England slows down the play of the ball. Connor Davies bounces off one into Crossley and Warburton. Dan Murray is straight onto the field. Kavanagh running on the drop-off ball. Halifax within sight of that Bradford Bulls try line again. Curtis Davies, Liam Harris. Short ball. Halifax looking to wrestle away over that line. And a knock on. Goes against Halifax, and that's how it's seemed to play out in the first half, with Bradford causing or spilling up possession. This time it's Halifax that have done it. And another opportunity in the Bulls red zone. Goes begging. Well, it looks like Halifax will need some luck to get back into this game, because the skill and composure seems to be deserting them a little bit in the red zone with ball in hand. England tackled by Worthington and Murray. Baldwinson, Lilly. Halifax could be caught here. Sol came inside, and Halifax could really be caught here, and could be problems. Pickersgill gets them all the way. Fogging Johnson gets to the line, and Halifax somehow get back, but they'll still be sucking in the air as they had to rush back. Have they got enough in the tank to Griggs held him up first time, but Burton turned over, and Scott Griggs is going mad with Zach McComas. Hawaii was at the other side of the field. Well, Halifax managed to get back and stop the assault and drag Fogging Johnson down. But the kick across field to Joe Burton brought its rewards. Halifax had nobody at home. It was an attempt by Griggs, the only man that was there to stop Burton putting the ball down. I think he stopped him initially. Then Burton managed to squirm over, put the ball down. Well, this to give the Bulls a 6-point lead, and dare I say it, with 24 minutes to go, watch out for Jordan Lilly, because you can bet anywhere within range Lilly will be looking at a drop goal, I'm sure. Even if it had got to the post, it wouldn't have gone over, thankfully for Halifax. Well, Harris lines up the ball. Halifax with work to do. 2 tries conceded at the start of this second half. Charge into the Bradford ball carrier. And England again causing problems, taking the ball forward, getting over the advantage line. Sam Hallas takes it to the 30-metre line. Who's appealing for a penalty this time? Nobody. Lilly. They're looking out wide again. Pickersgill going for the gap that wasn't there. Burton has his arms in the air. Crossley into Tangata, back on the field for Halifax. Back to Lily. Lily gets the height on the ball. Woodburn Hall jumps up, brings it down, but is not allowed to get anywhere near the yardage that Halifax need to start carrying them to the other end of the field. Zach McComb gets over the 20-metre line. Halifax, well, forcing a one-out rugby, mostly with the backs at the moment. Looks like Saltonstall might be the next one. He is. Davies. Adam Tangata with work to do, but the Bradford defence move up and swamp him. Last tackle. Liam Harris angles it towards the corner. It's bouncing awkwardly, but Foggin Johnson comes up off the knee into his hands. Former Hunslet winger Foggin Johnson. Halifax not giving him any room. Curtis Davies off the field. Gatter got on for him. Crosslet carting it forward. Ball's gone backward. Pickersgill will look for a way through. 5 metres from halfway. Baldwinson into Murray. Manages to get it away. Flanagan in support. Flanagan's a man to watch as Woodburn Hall manages to keep it in the safety of his hands after touching it forward with his feet. Jordan Lilly's gone down with cramp, I think. Woodburn Hall goes from dummy half on his own. Saltonstall gives it to Harris. Harris away to Tangata, who puts back inside and gets over the 40 and almost up to the 30. That's a little bit more of what Halifax need. Try to cut into this Bradford lead. Liam Harris going nowhere eventually, disappearing under 3 defenders. And Ed Barber it is that's put the ball in the air, and Burton under pressure. Assistance needed for a Bulls player on the far side. Jordan Lilly is back on his feet in the Halifax half of the field. Clock stopped on 19 minutes and 38 to go in the second half. First half of the second half seems to have gone extremely quickly. Well, Lily is still limping and struggling, but it's obvious why John Keir wants to keep him on the field, as Jordan Baldwinson comes off. Made the tackle, Reece Hamlet coming in off the wing. The Bradford players seem to be falling and receiving treatment, but that's not dulling their enthusiasm for taking the ball forward. Alice gets it away to England. England almost up to the 40, last tackle. Lily put under pressure by Dan Murray. Saltonstall takes the ball out of the air. And Saltonstall still going forward, takes it back over halfway before more determination again from Halifax. More needed. Ed Barber showing it and taking it up another 20 metres. Worthington, scorer of 1 try already. Would love to get another. But the Bradford defence stop him just outside the 20. Griggs gets the ball to Harris. Where's the runners? Woodburn all. Dropped the shoulder, thought he'd seen a bit of a gap, but Bradford defence close it up again. Harris gets it to Tangata, but Tangata running the angle but running into defenders. Halifax 8 metres away. Referee indicating last tackle. Kick through from Harris, could be problems for Halifax as Harris makes the tackle. Doing the tackling, but they need the ball back in hand to build some pressure. Do Halifax. Ross Oates tackled on the 10 metre line. Foggy Johnson, fortunately for Halifax, was knocked off his stride there and put down. Reece Williams. Well, not many touches of the ball, but that one effective as it gets into the 30 metre line. Burton. Almost to the 40 again as the referee signals last tackle. Back to Lilly for the kick. And Lilly in between winger and fullback. Sol picks it up. Gets it away. Woodburn all looking to make more metres. Halifax desperate to keep the ball alive. 17 minutes still to go. Halifax feeling perhaps it's slipping away a bit here as they attempt to get back over that Bulls try line. Is proving mighty difficult for Halifax at the moment. Tangata will drive it up. Halifax are 28 metres away from the Bulls line. Griggs to Harris. Well, he hit Garside with a good pass. Garside puts it on the floor. Surely it came off the legs then. Well, I'm sure this is not part of Simon Griggs' game plan. Too many errors. They've got nearly as much medical staff and water carriers as they have players at Bradford Bulls.
Bradford substitution.
Well, the clock stopped, but nonetheless it's allowing Bradford time to get some oxygen into the lungs. Halifax lined up and ready. Halifax 14, Bradford 20.
Lawrence. Number 13, Jacob Fairback. On for 18, Connor Davis.
Jacob Fairback back on for Halifax. Connor Davis, England, still running strongly, stopped by 3. Worthington last man up from the tackle. Griggs launches himself into Reece Hamlet with Merritt. Crossley. Fairbanks there again, Crossley looking for the pass, but nobody near enough. Here's a problem. Flanagan goes from dummy half. Well, where are we? Are we in drop goal territory? Great. Tangata's got the ball. Unfortunately, he hasn't got the speed and he hasn't got the support either. Well, Tangata still wanting to continue. Griggs, can they capitalise this time? Worthington. Harris moving it along the line. Woodburn Hall's going on his own again. Ed Barber finally gets the pass, and Barber almost to that line, but pushed back a bit by the Bulls defence. Saltonstall gets it to Harris. Harris across the line. Then to Griggs. Griggs to Morris. Morris into an opportunity for Halifax, but isn't, because the Bulls have managed to keep the ball in the field of play. Clever little kick. How close to the defenders? Halifax really trying to put the squeeze on now. Moving up quickly. Hamlet. Allers. Well, again, Halifax are all close and find themselves on the last tackle, back at the 40-metre line. Similar scenario. Lilly just happy to kick it downfield. Woodburn Hall will have to go back and collect it. Came off indeed. Woodburn Hall shows pace. We'll be wary of the threat from Woodburn Hall. Will the Bradford Bulls? Well, they've nullified that threat. They may have nullified Woodburn Hall as Saltonstall goes trying to charge through the defence on the far side. Mark Garside. Bring the ball back centre field. Fairbanks.
Good substitution. Number 18,
Woodburn Hall again.
On from number 10, Stephen Crossley.
Woodburn Hall up to the 30-metre line. Halifax on the last tackle and a long way off, so it'll mean Harris putting the ball into the air. He found the target. Saltonstall. Referee's wave play on. Halifax are behind the post. Who is it? Liam Harris. Well, the referee wave play on. Saltonstall managed to get his hands to the ball and touch it back.
Sponsored by Western Bronx Liam Harris.
Well, surely even Liam Harris shouldn't be able to miss from in front of the post to be able to level the scores. 11 minutes to go and we're getting to it again. Drop goal territory. Lily's already had one attempt. Fortunately, Tangata has kept a close eye on him. Charged it down. Liam Harris to level the scores from in front of the post. 20 points all. An almighty roar from the Halifax crowd when he touched down. Another one when he converted.
Conversion number 6, sponsored by Wrestling for Tomorrow, Liam Harris.
So John Lilly to kick off. Just over 10 minutes, 10 and a half minutes left. Backspin on the ball, Griggs underneath it, gives it to Daniel Murray, and Murray takes it over the 20-metre line. Brandon Pickersgill is a long way back. Zach McComb away from one into Williams. Brandon Moore to Fairbank, and Fairbank trying to push the defence, trying to get underneath and push upwards to get the defence back. Worthington pumping the legs over halfway, and Worthington's still going. Will Halifax get within drop goal range from this setting? Tangata charging onto it. Big hit ends the run from Tangata. Last tackle. It's a long way.